top of the table at Christmas. Can we be 15 points or more clear by New Year's Day? We've had a fantastic month of December. We're moving on now to the end of the month with two huge games against Leeds United and Bristol City. Let's get right into today's episode. What's going on there, guys? Kempy here and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Wrexham Let's Play. It is Season 6, Episode 5 today. How on earth are we here? It's been like over 50 episodes, which is absolutely crazy, but you guys keep smashing the support. So here we are, and we are doing very, very well. We're sitting 13 points clear currently of Leeds United in third place. Middlesbrough have snuck in out of nowhere and are now up to second. Bristol City, since the end of the last episode, have had a little bit of decline down to 5th place, but still a huge game. Two very difficult games in just 2 days as well. So there's a 1 day break in between Leeds and Bristol City, so it's going to be difficult. Since you guys were last here with our 0-0 draw against Leeds last episode, it was a 2-1 win against West Brom. Jose Araya brace and Alan Campbell goal for them. A 2-0 win away at the Posh Stadium. Rhys Williams with first minute header and Jose Araya scoring in this one again. And then a 1-0 win against Swansea away from home. The Battle of Wales. Jose Araya scores again. And this guy is on ridiculous form. His transfer value is now up at £20 to £23 million. And I think I signed him for 1.5 just about a year ago now. Is pretty crazy. He's been fantastic for us. I'm very, very happy with that signing. Leeds, since the last episode, have also won 3 games. Blackburn, Bristol and Crystal Palace. But Bristol City have definitely slipped a little bit. They've had a shocking December. So we're going to look to pile on the pressure there as well, as they now drop down into the lower bits of the playoffs. In terms of how things have been going, Yusuf Poulsen is now asking to leave the club. To be honest, I wouldn't mind it. He's on a lot of money. If we can get anywhere near the £1.8 million, I'll be going for it. I rejected bids of 500k. I'd look to get about in the middle, but £1 million would be great. He's been good for us, but I don't want him unhappy here. He's got 7 goals in 10 games, 11 games off the bench. But Jose Araya has just stolen the show, and he will be our starting striker for the rest of the year regardless. So even if we do get rid of him, we might bring someone in. We might just promote from the youth. I mean, we've got Tristan Jones, who has been doing fantastic down in the youth. I keep seeing him scoring goals. He's got 15 games, 24 goals. He's not great, and don't get me wrong, he's nowhere near first team level, but he's not going to get games. Jose Araya has been so good. We might have to maybe bring someone on loan to get a bit more game time, but I'm not worried about the fact Poulsen could be leaving. Araya has scored so many goals for us. Rhys Williams has obviously been chipping in as well. We have had injuries since the last episode. So Dylan Stevenson, I believe, got injured right at the end of the last one. He is still injured currently. Joe Bellingham is finally back from his injury, but he's just ready to play this game. He hasn't played yet. Darren O'Hanlon was out for a week or two as well, so Pinto's been starting a few more games. But yeah, we've been doing well. Dino Machella's been thriving in the centre mid on attack role. We've got him on a brand new contract as well, and still on just £2,500 a week. There won't be any little highlight montage today. It's only been 3 games. You guys know the score. If we go through a certain amount of time, I will be doing that. Tomorrow for Sunday, we're going to have the Brentford game and the whole of January. The Brentford obviously in the FA Cup. If we beat them, I imagine we'll get another tie in the FA Cup in January. So it'll be that as well. So it might be an FA Cup double bonanza fun mashup tomorrow, as well as the whole of the January window. We won't be too busy, but anything that does happen, I will keep you guys up to date. But that is tomorrow. Today, let's get into it. Home against Leeds. Can we secure 3 points? As Joe Bellingham is just returning from injury, we're going to keep Dino Marchella in the centre mid on attack role. Darren O'Hanlon, however, can come back into the team. He has been cleared to play 90 minutes, so he's going to start today at right wing. Other than that, it's a very settled side for us. The lead side we played only last episode's got Myron Boadu in it, Archie Gray, Borna Sosa, Rasmus Christensen, Sonny Perkins, Gray Diangana. A very strong side, and you guys only saw us play them yesterday, so I don't need to do too much recap on Leeds. It was also a very tight 0-0 draw last time we played them. I wouldn't mind that again today, but a win would be fantastic. And can we start it that way with an Abdul Salam free kick? He gets it up, he gets it down, and he hits the crossbar. And what an effort that was from Emmanuel. He has been really, really good for us recently. Obviously, extended run of the team due to Stevenson's injury, and he really has showed to me why he's our starting left winger now. Rhys Williams, he's obviously going to score that. It's a great corner from Jose Araya. Them two link up so well, and Araya must have so many assists from his corners already because he's great. You can see the whip he gets on the ball, and Reece Williams just loves to attack it. It's basically 1 against 3. Abdul Salam is in the middle, and Williams can just jump over him all and get that beautiful big meaty head on it. So 1-0 in just 20 minutes here then against Leeds. It's been a very easy season, to be honest. I haven't had to do much tactical tweaking. I just let everyone pass it to Jose Araya, and he does that. He's so quick. He's so good at finishing. Just give the ball to him and he'll score goals. And that is the rule of this season. Just get the ball out wide and then, look, literally, and then he just makes that run in between the back two every time. I think it's because he's so small. He just gets in the middle of them both. He's so fast and his finishing is outrageous. And we noticed that before we signed him. We knew he'd be a great player for us. Is Elliot Anderson going to have a bit more luck from the free kick? Not really. And really does come out to collect it. Well blocked by the Leeds wall. Hopefully there's no counter-attack incoming by Geronimo. He throws it, which you don't often see from a keeper anymore. But it is Nagalo finding Borna Sosa down this left-hand side. Let's not let him out. Trap him in there. He's going to keep going. He's got a lot of space. He does find Diangana to Mark Rocker. Archie Gray. This Leeds side is very good, isn't it, for a championship side. Borna Sosa down the left again. Sam Curtis with a great block there. Stopping Borna from getting the ball in the box. And O'Hatton can go long to our man Jose Araya, to Marcella, to Edison, to Abdul Salam, to Araya, who's got the pace. Manages to get on the end of that one. Chops it back to Dino Marcella. And it's 3-0. What can I say other than we are just so good? You guys can watch this and you can appreciate the football we play now. We've got a really good passing style of play going. We've got pace all over the pitch. We've got people that just have desire to get in the box and score goals as well. Joe Bellingham does it. Even in his backup, young man Dino Marcella does it as well. We've had an XG of just 0.67. We are absolutely clinical. And it is 3-0 in the first half against Leeds. And there's no stopping us. This season, there is absolutely no one that can stand in our way. We dispatched Crystal Palace 5-1 when we played them. This time, we're going to dispatch of Leeds quite comfortably, unless they get a goal here. Could get a little bit closer before half-time, but honestly, I don't see it happening. The only team I think to beat us this season is Bristol City, and that's obviously up next. And with just a 1-day break, it could be another difficult game. And we are on a 15-game unbeaten streak, so it sounds about right in my head. That Bristol game was 5 to 6 games in, so that sounds about right. But we're officially halfway through the season and playing some very good football. Perkins finds Sosa, gets a ball back in, a great ball to the back post, and Myron Bawadu does get that goal. I was on about potentially make it a little bit closer here. In the 31st minute, he has got the goal. And Leeds are not back in it because we're 3-1 clear. And you can see from the game the way it's being played. We are on top. Leeds have had more possession, but we're just so fast on the counter-attack. We're so quick at moving the ball. It doesn't matter how much possession we have, because if we had 70% possession, this game would be 9-1. So the fact that we can, do what we do with the possession we have, it's absolutely nothing on the fact the way the game is going. You can see from the shots we're having, the chances we are creating, we are just a very, very good side. 63 minutes in, I'm going to make a few changes to hopefully just give people a chance of playing the next game. I'm going to take off Araya for Poulsen. I'm going to get Tom Jones off as well because he's very important for us. I'll get Zamorano on in there. And I'm going to take off Zach Alway and hope that Reece Williams will be able to play the next game as well. Obviously, we need that big corner threat, and he could definitely be that for us against Bristol City. Maybe we'll just take him off with 10 to go, just in case. We'll let it get to 80 first before we do anything. We've not quite got to 80, and we have got a highlight. It is the Sugar Show O'Malley to Zamorano. Ball in the box. Poulsen, Curtis, O'Hanlon. Just the one-touch football. He smashes it against the crossbar. But even the way that chance was created, it's just calm. It's great passing. It's great movement. And it's just what we do. Saeed Al-Jasmine's going to come on for Reece Williams for the last 10 minutes. Give the guy, hopefully, an early break and just a little bit of time to relax before the game against Bristol City. Just 5 to go then. A dominant performance, massively on top. 3 early goals in this one has put Leeds to the swords. We've got a last highlight. Can we finish the game as strong as we started? It is the 90th minute. It's Damjanovic for long ball forward to Poulsen. Gets cleared to Zamorano, to Abdul Salam. Long ball to Marcella. Chests it down with a little bit of flair there to Poulsen, but the ball doesn't quite go where anticipated, and Leeds are going to try and counter. but they can't. We're so good defensively as well. Mahir Sharur gets a ball in behind over the top. No one's down that left-hand side. It is Santos who clears. Bawadu wins it. Jorge on the ball to Marcos Antonio. And Leeds are going to come down this right-hand side of Bawadu to Jorge. And he puts it just wide of the mark. A little bit of an eye-opener of how easy that was to get through our back line. And for some reason, we've got another highlight. Ref, just call it off. It's not fair. It's 3-1. The game is over. We don't need to score anymore. You know what? Why not? Let's score more. I'm a United fan. We can always laugh at battering Leeds. It's Abdul Salam wins a throw-in, and it's a work the space highlight. I've said it many times in the last few episodes, but these highlights just keep on happening. O'Malley's going to do a long throw forward. Paulson's not going to win it, and the ref's going to blow for the full-time whistle. I imagine that's how it normally goes. Yeah. See, when you've played as much FM as I have this year already, you know how the game works. It's 3-1. It's a very convincing performance, and that must put us, I think, now 16 points clear of Leeds. We are on 59, Leeds on 43, and we are 16 points clear of the playoffs. Promotion is almost guaranteed at this point. We've been fantastic. Let's just secure that with a win against Bristol City next up, who did win their game today, 3-0 against West Brom. So 2 teams on top form. Let's go out there and show why we are the team at the top of the table. Just a very quick interruption from myself. You can make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel as always, and comment down below. How is your save going? Are you doing a Wrexham save? Where are you? What year are you in? Are you in the Premier League yet? Let me know how things are going for you, and always hit them bell notifications as well. It's a massive week of content coming up. I've been lucky enough to work with the man GYRFM, so there is a lot coming out in the next week about a tactic and a rebuild around that tactic as well. So keep an eye out for that. So get them bell notifications on. But without any more interruption, let's get into this game against Bristol City. I think some very good substitutions have helped us massively today. We've got a very strong side out. Hoole is at right back. Rosman's at left back. But Bellingham comes back into midfield rover Dino Machella. The 2 wingers change to being Stevenson and Pinto. Other than that, Araya stays up top. We've still got Elliot Anderson midfield. Tom Jones is still in CDM. The back 2 is still Awe and Williams. So I'm very happy with how we've managed the squad there. We've done very well to come out with an all-strength side today against Bristol City. Last time out, obviously, we used a 1-0 loss, I believe, to them. And they've come out today on top already, and they've got a free kick from just 20 yards out. It is going to be Taylor. It's definitely in shooting range, and he puts it just wide of the mark. I've got a little theory in my head, or something that I want to do. I think if we win this game, I think I'm going to put Roberto Berrio in goal for the rest of the season and give him a full shot for the next 6 months to see if he can be our first team keeper for the Premier League next year. I think Angus Gunn might be a backup next year, and I'm going to give Berrio the next 6 months to see if he can solidify himself. Reece Williams, 1-0 up. Let's take that. Araya with the free with the corner. Williams with the goal. It's 1-0. He's on his knees. He's celebrating. He loves it. But yeah, I think if Berrio can prove to us over the next 6 months, if we have a good 6 months, he could be our keeper. If not, I think next season we might have a look to sell him in the summer for a big profit, or loan him out to get some proper first team football and play every single game, maybe in the Championship next year. And if he can do that, then brilliant. But yeah, I'm going to give him the next 6 months, I think, if we do win this, because I think from here it will be pretty much a foregone conclusion. And he is a very good keeper. It's not exactly like I'm bringing in a 15-year-old who has never played in goal before. He's now the age of, I believe, 19. He obviously had a very good time over in South America, and he's come to us. And when he's played in the Cups and everything, I think he's got a clean sheet every time. So I think it's worth sort of the risk. I think is better than the reward. When you put it like that, I think it's definitely. Especially if we win this, we're 19 points clear. So yeah, it is almost a no-brainer. You start looking into the youth. I don't think we're going to have a massive January window of looking at youth and bringing people in for next season. I think I'm going to wait for that till the summer, because it could be a ridiculous transfer budget we get. And it could, the players we sign in January could just not be good enough. So we'll leave the massive signings till the summer. If there's anyone on a free contract, etc., or a pre-contract even, or a backup to Yusuf Poulsen, because I've now accepted a bid of £700,000. It's kicked out even more of a fuss. So I just took the next bid for him, 700k. I'm not paying any wages. It clears £17,000 of the wage bill as well. So it's a bit of a no-brainer, that one. Stevenson trying to get the ball back in. I'm aware we haven't commentated much on this game, but not a lot has happened. But Jose Araya nearly making it 2-0 there. A great ball over the top, a decent touch on his chest, and just a good save from the Bristol City keeper. It is Elliot Anderson with the corner even whipped in, cleared away, and Pring has gone through the back of Bellingham there. And in my eyes, that's a penalty all day long. You cannot go through the back of someone, but the ref has not given it, and Bristol have countered, and we've managed to get a block on it and a counter-attack, and it's Pinto down the right-hand side, tries to play it through to Araya again, but it's cleared, and it's a work the space highlight. 1-0 though in the 60th minute. We're full of legs out there. We don't need to make many changes at all. We're not struggling. I've not got a game in 1 day's time as well, which is quite nice. We've got a 3 or 4 day break again. I mean, it's not exactly much for a break, but at least it's not 24 hours. Joe Bellingham showing him maybe a little bit rusty out there. I thought a dodgy pass there, and Benarous does intercept, but his shot is easily saved by Angus Gunn, who by no means has been a bad goalkeeper for this season. I just think he's not going to be our main keeper next season no matter what. So we might as well test out the youngster we have got here. And we'll make just a few changes as players are getting a little bit tired out there now. Just to risk any injuries we do not want to see in the slightest. Paulson could go in at centre mid. 15 minutes. What's the worst he could do? We already 1-0 up, to be honest, but I feel like he could do a job there. He's a big boy. Araya with the ball in. Al Jazmi not quite got the same impact as Reece Williams. Araya gets it back in again, and Pinto is brought down, and it's a penalty. 100% a penalty, and I think Araya is going to have the chance to take his tally to 23 this season by January. Jose Araya from the spot. A great penalty. Absolutely no keeper is stopping that, and it is 23 goals for the season for the youngster. The Tevez regen is just fantastic. He's exactly what I hoped he would be. He's a dog up front. He loves to run. His finishing's fantastic, and he is just really, really good. And this does put us 19 points clear of Leeds, who do have a game in hand, but also 19 points clear of Bristol City. 15 points clear of Middlesbrough on the same games in second place. The title was pretty much wrapped up. We have had a fantastic season. I think I was right in saying what I said at the end of last season. I wasn't too angry about not making the playoffs. I think it would have been a real struggle in the Premier League this year, whereas we've been able to build and have a very good season with Wrexham this season without, struggling on what we can do. We're not thinking about you losing every single game. Every game is positive. Every game is a big win. So I think it's a good thing that we did stay in the Championship this season. Next season is season 7, and I'm going to set myself as goal now at an end of season 10. It'll be season 7, 8, 9 and 10 in the Premier League. I want stability in season 7, Europe in season 8 as in Europa League, Conference League, Champions League in season 9, and then winning the Premier League in season 10. That is the end goal. Season 10, if we can win the Champions League as well, an absolute bonus. But the end of season 10 is what I'm going to set as the end, which should take us to sort of the start of March, which would then be the January update. So a very exciting time on the channel. We should be able to fly through the next 3 or 4 years, but these are the big years. This is what we are here for, the Premier League. It is almost a foregone conclusion now. We are going to be promoted this season. I just hope we can win the league as well. Let's get into it. Next episode, we have Brentford in the FA Cup and hopefully a 4th round game as well. Thank you guys for watching. As always, smash the like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will speak to you next time.